Hey, happy Sunday. Good morning, YouTube. Today's video, we are going to be showing you the top 3, in my opinion, players for each position for this Gold Glovers event. Now, the Gold Glovers event ends Friday, May 28th. You build your own squad based on these rules. It's all gold players or common players. Minimum 60 overall, max 84. Your max overall team is 84, so you'll never probably have to worry about, you can make the best possible team and you won't go over that. It's on All-Star 3 innings, and it doesn't cost anything to enter. As you know, the prizes for which we just got the 25 wins, Cabrera. I'll go ahead and knock out Markakis this week, too, because I don't want to buy them. And you know you're going to need these cards for the collections later on down the line. So there's no reason to not play it. This event, so far, I've only played 4 games, as you can see. It definitely feels better than the Silver event did. And, I got Kyle Schwarber for my 3-game win right there. So that's, already huge. But yeah, so let's get into this, and I'm going to show you, in my opinion, the top 3 gold players at each position to use for this event. So right out of the chute, Colin Burns to me is the best starting pitcher in this event. He's got the same pitch mix as his Player of the Month card. It's pretty dirty, even for an 84. He's going to be a diamond soon, in my opinion. I think he'll be there this next Friday. But yeah, all his pitches are pretty much the same. They're just not quite as good as the diamond card, but it's really good for the event. This is my number 1 pitcher, I think. As you can see, his pitch break's really good on the cutter. And overall, he's got a good pitch mix because he's got a sinker and cutter. And to me, those are the 2 best pitches in the game. So if you can find pitchers that have both of those, you're already, in good shape. Okay, and I also use Hyunjin Ryu. He's relatively cheap right now, and actually I think he should be on Diamond Watch for his last couple years, but that's neither here nor there. He also has the cutter and sinker. His pitch control and movement is not as good as Burns. Obviously he's an 82, but he's still really good, and he's probably my second favorite starter to use in this event. He's got like I said, he's got the sinker, he's got the cutter, he's got a changeup, he's got a 4-seamer, and he's actually playing up today, even though it doesn't show him. He says he's got 5 stars, but it doesn't show him in the corner. I think it's borked right now, but if you actually go into the card and look, he's playing up +11 on hits and Ks per 9, which is really, really good. All right, third for me is Shohei Ohtani, who his card is showing that he's playing up. And he's got +14 to hits and Ks per 9 today. He's got a 4-seam fastball, which is very fast, especially even on All-Star. A lot of people are going to have trouble catching up to it. He's got a slider, a splitter, and a curveball. If you use pinpoint, you know that the splitter is a little difficult to throw at times. But look at the pitch break on that thing. That thing is his nasty out pitch. You get 2 strikes, and you can hit that, on pinpoint, or even on analog or whatever you use. If you hit that meter, it's going to strike a lot of people out. It's very, very nasty. And like I said, today's playing up +14 on hits and Ks per 9, so I would definitely get him in your lineup. And he's probably playing up most days, I would think. But yeah, Ohtani is nasty, and you don't necessarily have to pinch hit for him, although in this event you will want to because it's 3 innings, and you can load your bench up. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Shohei Ohtani. All right, so there's not a lot of options in the relief pitchers category. There's relief and there's closers, so we're going to do them together. Jake Diekman, 100% better. If you don't have him from the VR program, buy him. 100% has to be in your bullpen. There's no doubt, 100% he has to be in your bullpen. There's no question about it. So if you can afford to buy him, get him. If you've already got him in the VR program, awesome. If you don't have him, you're at a disadvantage because a lot of people are going to have him. Dan Plesac, some people don't like him because of his pitch mix, but I like him a lot because of how fast he throws. And if you're playing someone who can't catch up with one of your starters' fastballs and you bring this guy out of the bullpen, he's basically a gold Jason Hader. His fastball is very hard, he's got really good control, and his slider breaks pretty well. So he's kind of I'll call him a Josh Hader light out of the bullpen. But a very good card, in my opinion, as another lefty to use out of the bullpen in the event. Now, if you go into closing pitchers, there's many options. Lee Smith here, very good. He's got forkball, cutter, and a very good fastball. I think he's a must-have in every bullpen in the event because of his pitch mix and because he throws hard. And again, a lot of people can't catch up, even on All-Star, can't catch up to fastballs. So, you spam the fastball with him, you're doing really, really well. I also like Brad Hand out of the bullpen. He's playing up today, +10 hits and Ks per 9. He's got a slider, fastball, sinker. It's his motion's kind of deceptive. So that's why I put him in there. And then there's this guy, the man, the myth, the legend. If you got this gold Steve Cishek, make sure he's in your bullpen. Sinker, splitter, nasty slider, four-seam fastball you can get by people, and he's got a changeup. Let's go into the pitch control. He's very good with his sinker, and then his pitch break, sinker, slider, pretty good. His splitter doesn't break a ton, but his motion is disgusting, and a lot of people can't handle hitting against him. So in my opinion, he's a must-have in your bullpen for sure. If you're playing the event. All right, now at catcher, there's quite a few good options. Yerman Mercedes is really good. My number one catcher though is Grandal. Always, no matter what. Anytime I have a chance to use him, I use him. He's playing up a little bit today. Power and contact versus righties. Best thing about Grandal, he's a switch hitter, and his swing is super glitchy in my opinion. He hits so many home runs, so many gap doubles, and I have, like you can see, I have him at level 3 already. So he's my number one catcher, mostly because he's a switch hitter, and that comes into play, quite a bit. There are some other really good catchers you could use in this event. Bo Naylor has a very nice swing. He can also play third base. He's a left-handed bat. Doesn't have a lot of power, but he's got a nice swing. He'll get you some hits, some doubles. And Uncle P likes him, so that's good enough for me. Tyler Stevenson's a very nice card. He's got decent power. He hits right-handed. If you don't care about your catcher just hitting one way, very good card. He's out of the Tops Now program. He's not a great defender, but he's a good batter, and he'll hit you some home runs in the event for sure. Ruiz is very nice as well. I'll show you the stats on him. Probably has a tad more power than Stevenson, even not quite as much vision. So the PCI would be a little bit smaller. And again, he's not a great defender, but he's got power behind there. Good backup catcher. If I wasn't running Grandal, I would 100% be running this Mercedes card. Look at his vision, his power, his contact is all above 80. All really good stuff. He doesn't have defense at all. And actually, this is my backup catcher / pinch hitter first baseman. As you can see, I have him level 1 already. And yeah, he's probably the second best, in my opinion, catcher in the event. If you're not a fan of Grandal, he's probably the best. But I love Grandal mostly for his switch hitting, and mostly because I've always killed with his cards. Okay, so in my current lineup, I've been using Big Papi at first base, 78 vision, 92 power, 87 power versus lefties. So he can hit both. He doesn't have any defense, of course. Big Papi's never going to have any defense, but his contact's a little low, but his power is really high. And I like Big Papi's swing. I've been using him, and I've also for backup, been using, where's he at? There he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Jesus Aguilar. He can also play third base. The vision's a little lower, but look at that power. The contact's pretty decent. The power, 94, 91. And this card I think it hits above his stats, even on this, what it shows here. It's disgusting. And I have him as my backup right now, but if somebody brings in a lefty against Big Papi, I'll instantly go to him. I won't even hesitate because he kills left-handed pitching. There's many good options though. Kirilloff, Tops Now, a lot of good power, good contact, and good vision. You could use him. Luis Diaz, a lot of people like his swing, although his power against lefties is a little meh for me, and actually against righties it's not great. It's okay though, but a lot of people like his swing. I'm just not that much of a fan of him. Nate Lowe, also, I think he's better than Diaz. He's got better contact, more power, and I like his swing more. But again, there's not a lot of good options as far as switch hitting goes first base, but if you're looking for power, right there, Pete Alonso. He doesn't have great contact or vision, but his power is through the roof, and he's playing up today. Matt Olson from left-hand side, same thing. If you need a lefty first baseman who can defend, if you're into defense, this is the number one card right there if you're looking for both those things. This CJ Crone right here actually kills left-handers, kills them dead. Very good card. Also, there's one more. Yeah, Prince Fielder. He doesn't have great power, but for some reason, this card hits for more power than it shows. I don't know why. I can't explain it. Maybe it's just a swing. Maybe it's just because I like Prince Fielder. But actually, if you have this card, it's not a bad option. Muncy can play first base as well. If you don't have the other Aguilar, his live series is very nice. And then this guy right here from the Team Affinity, White Sox. Look at the power. And his swing is very nice. He doesn't have great contact and vision, but You know, it just depends on the options you have. Jim told me is a nice option, but like I said, my top 3 at the position are Big Papi right here, Aguilar, and if I had to pick a third one, I'd probably take Big Meat Pete. I want to correct something that I said earlier in the video. I said the best way to go about looking through these cards is through the auction house, but it's not, because the auction house doesn't have all the cards on there, because there's some that are no sell that you can't get off the auction house, like Colton Wong, and you know, there's other ones you can't really get off the auction house. So the best way to do it is to go into your collection, and you can do the same thing. Go to My MLB Players, you hit search, you break it down 80 to 84, just like I showed you on the auction house. Then you pick your position, not team, position. We're on second base, and then you hit search, and here you go. At second base, I've been using Max Muncy some, who will actually show up as first baseman, but you can use him at second base. I've also been using Ty France. He's got very good stats, a very nice swing, oddly. I don't know, it's just a really good swing. So I've been using him a little bit, and I've also been using this guy right here. This is probably most people's #1 option, D. Gordon. He has no power, but oh my God, the speed, look at the speed. 95 speed, 95 steal, 99 base running aggressiveness. His vision's through the roof, his contact's through the roof. So he's going to get a lot of slap singles. If he hits one in the gap, it's a triple. Automatic triple. There's no doubles. It's either singles or triples. That's it. But this is who I use at second base. And then sometimes I'll back him. If I want to have a backup second baseman, I'll go with Soriano. He's got sneaky power, more than the card says. Biggio is kind of... I never liked Biggio cards. I don't recommend Biggio at all. If you have Wong, you don't have Gordon. He doesn't have the speed of Gordon, but he's one of those hitters that hits a lot of gaps. I don't know if it's just the way his card plays, but this card, you know, he'll get you a lot of doubles. Madrigal, if you need high vision, it doesn't get any higher than that. As you can see, 120 vision right there. No power. Contact and vision, though, through the roof. So if you need bigger PCIs, Nick Madrigal's your guy. I always hit well with Jeff McNeil also. Not a lot of power, but for some reason this card just slaps. And I've never used Michael Busch. Here's his stats though: 74 power against righties, 70 against lefties, contact 90 and 84. You know, pretty good card. All right, now third base, I'm missing some cards. I'm not sure where I'm missing them or why I'm missing so many, but I'm missing quite a few. Yeah, and that's weird because I feel like I have some of these. But at third base, I've been using George Brett as my backup. I've been playing with this Evan Longoria a little bit. He's got great power, 81 and 89, as you can see. His vision's 57. It's not great, but he's got diamond defense, so he catches mostly everything down at third base. He's basically an Arenado light, if you will. Great defense, good power. In a gold card version. A lot of people like this Jonathan India. I don't have him yet because I haven't done the map a second time. I've only done it once and I didn't take him. I took the Cardinals. I think it was Zach Thompson with my first pick through there. He's got a really good swing. He's got good, you know, offensive stats. He can play second and short as well. So a lot of people like him. My #1 guy though that I've been using is right here, Live Series Josh Donaldson. His contact is not great, but his vision and power is really good. He's playing up today, but you wouldn't know it by his stats because it says 0 contact and power versus righties. These are all borked. So I don't know why this haven't been addressed or fixed yet, but Donaldson in the current run I'm on, I'm 4-0. He has 2 home runs, including a game-winning home run. It was a laser beam piss missile. And he's just got a great swing. But there's so many good options at third base. I don't really know if there's a wrong answer. I'm just giving you the ones I like. As you can see, I'm invested in Chris Bryant. So no, look at the power. He doesn't have a PCI. If you're somebody who's not good with a small PCI, don't even go near this card. But if you have great PCI control, this might be the best third baseman in the event. He's actually disgusting. Devers and Lamb, both these cards from the left side, destroy right-handed pitching. Look at that. Devers is probably a little better, but Rake Lamb, if you got this card, great backup third baseman in my opinion. I haven't really looked at Wade Boggs yet. Yeah, that's what I figured. High vision, high contact, no power. So he's probably just as good or better as this George Brett. But I don't know. I just like Brett's swing. I've always liked Brett's swing. I've seen Travis Shaw in the event. I have not finished this week's Tops Now moments yet. That's why I don't have Travis Shaw. But I've been seeing him. I've seen him yesterday in the event a couple times. This is a very, 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 very good card. Yeah, very good card. He plays first, second, and third. Great power, good vision, good contact. You know, not a great defender, but who is? Paul Molitor. Never like his cards. Not a fan. And his stats on this one are just, you know, you need somebody who's gonna have a big PCI. He's decent. Fuentes I haven't used yet, but his card looks pretty good. Great contact, okay vision, decent power against lefties. But if I was picking 3 players to take into the event with me, it would be Longoria, Josh Donaldson, and Miguel Sano. Those would be my 3 that I would be taking into battle. All right, shortstop, I'm using Francisco Lindor. Lindor was a diamond. And he lost a little bit of his stats, but not a lot. And he's playing up almost every day. He's starting to hit a little bit, so I expect him to get his diamond back before too long. His power is decent. His contact and vision's okay. He's a good defender. He can play second, third, and short, but I have him playing at shortstop. He's a switch hitter, which is a bonus. Everybody loves switch hitters. So, like, my number 1 easily for this position is Francisco Lindor. Now, after that, some people, I've been seeing a lot of Jimmy Rollins. He doesn't have much power, but don't let that fool you because he hits homers. Like, it says he's got 46 and 45, but he hits homers. Like, I've had him hit 2 homers against me in 4 games already. Because 2 of the people I had him, and I knew he didn't have much power, so I'm like, I don't have to be afraid to, you know, throw him anything. He's not going to hit it out. He might hit it in the gap. No, wrong. He hit dingers, and he's got diamond defense, and he's very fast. So Jimmy Rollins is actually a really, really good option if you don't have Lindor, but I'm assuming most people have Lindor by now. But Rollins is a switch hitter as well. So if you don't have Lindor or you prefer Rollins, there's really no wrong answer there. I just prefer Lindor. But Jimmy Rollins is a great answer at number 2 spot right there. And after that, it's pretty much preference. I'm a big fan of Javi Baez's swing in the game. But I use Rollins off the bench and I have Lindor. But if I had to have another player, it'd be Baez. I also like this Jeremiah Jackson, even though I don't have him here. I've used him in BR, and he's got some pop, and his vision's a little low. But if you need power at the shortstop position, and you only care if he only bats one way, Jeremiah Jackson's a very, very good option. After that, right here, the man, Didi Gregorius, left-handed hitter. It says he's got 73 power against righties. They're lying because this card is a god against right-handed pitching. If you need a backup to hit righties, Segoria is not a bad option at shortstop. All right, left field, another position that's got a lot of good options. I'm using Cliff Floyd currently in left field. His power against lefties and righties is about the same, 80 and 78. He's got good vision, so the PCI is, decently sized. He's an okay defender, but that's how most left fielders are. He doesn't have great contact, especially against lefties, but I like his swing a lot. Another card that I've been seeing a ton in the first 4 games is Ryan Klesko. He kills right-handed pitching. He's got a really good swing too. He can play first and right field as well. His vision's definitely higher than Floyd's, and so he's gonna have a little bit bigger PCI. I just prefer somebody who can hit both, hit well against both. That's why I prefer Floyd. But a lot of people like Klesko, and Klesko's not an awful option. I've seen Cespedes once. I'm guessing it's purely because of his swing. His power numbers aren't great, although he does have good contact. His vision's okay too. I've seen Willie McCovey. He kills right-handed pitching. He's actually probably better against right-handed pitching than even Klesko is. If you need a lefty hitter who's got some pop, this Peralta's really nice. He's got really good clutch too. I don't really ever usually care about clutch, but some people do. Not clutch and not the streamer. I love little clutching. But yeah. Garrett Anderson, I have not seen him in the event yet, so I'm not sure people are too crazy about him. Off the bench, there's several options. I have Jock, Big Cock Jock off my bench. He's got 2 pinch hit homers already. 2 at bats, 2 pinch hit homers against right-handed hitters, and you can see why. 111 power. He's got a decent PCI, 63 vision. Kills right-handed pitching. If you have this Jock Peterson, he best be on your bench. He can also go in and play defense. late in the game. As you can see, he's got diamond defense. Very good defender. Can play first, center, right, left, wherever you need him to play. And a lot of people use this guy off the bench too, and I can't blame you. Great vision, great power, great contact. Definitely don't want to use him in the field. Simply just a pinch hitter, and you can use him against lefties or righties because he can hit both. It says he's playing down today while playing up. Okay. Also, there's a couple other guys here. Jordan, always a nice option. You know, he hits both very well. He's basically a left-handed JD Martinez. It says he's playing up, but he's not really playing up. So again, ignore that. And Marcelo Zuna. Marcelo Zuna, and I can't explain this, in BR is an absolute machine. So I'm guessing in an all-star event he would be too. I just don't have a spot for him right now. But if you're lacking in some of these other cards and you have Marcelo Zuna, you cannot go wrong by playing him in left field. He's very good offensively. He's not great defensively, but offensively, decent PCI size, really good contact, really good power, and he hits both. So, all right, in center field, there is no options. There's one option, and that's it. There's only one answer to your center field. It's this guy right here. Dylan Carlson. Yes, I'm a Cardinal fan. I understand that. But Dylan Carlson, switch hitting center fielder, and he's a god. I know his vision says 64. His contact says 67 and 66. I can speak. Power versus righties, 96. Power versus lefties, 68. He's better as a left-handed hitter for sure. He's got more power. But he also can hit from the right-hand side. This is easily this is my center fielder. Like, I was using him in my live series team. I would still use him. You know, he's such a good card. He's easily the best gold card, in my opinion, in the game. I absolutely love this card. A right field is loaded. Right now, I'm using this bad boy, Sean Green. He is so good. Lefty hitter. He can hit lefties or righties. His swing is glitchy. I don't know how to explain it. He's got some speed, but his swing is just super glitchy. It's like it finds the ball. Like, it's just like it's got a magnet to the baseball. I don't know, but he's my right fielder, without a doubt. If I didn't have Sean Green, I would probably go to Joey Gallo, live series Joey Gallo, because even though it says he's got 27 vision, for some reason it feels like his PCI is 5 times the size that it should be. So I have Joey Gallo on my bench. He can play first, third, left, center, right, and he's a good defender no matter where you put him. So if you've got live series Joey Gallo, he's definitely, you know, an easy answer as well. There's so many good right fielders. Like, there's not really a wrong answer. Gary Sheffield, you want a right-handed hitting outfielder, great power, great vision, good contact, good answer. Hunter Renfroe, look at this power against righties and lefties. He kills lefties more, but he can hit righties as well. Vision a little lower. He's basically a right-handed Joey Gallo. Great card. This Larry Walker plays better than his stats, but I don't have a spot for him. But if you have this card and you like Larry Walker, he plays above his 65 and 50 power for sure. I've had him in BR before. I have not gotten to Seth Brown yet, but I've heard he's very good. As you can see by his stats, 87, 85 contact, 75, 85 power. His PCI is not going to be tremendously, you know, small, and he can play first, left, center, and right. So if you have that card, feel free to try him out as well. This guy right here, Big Donkey, another great option. Like I said, right field's loaded. My bench is nothing but my starters and right fielders, pretty much, and Jock Peterson. His power against righties and lefties, 97, 106. Contact's good. Vision's good. A lot of people prefer him in right field over even Sean Green. I just like Sean Green's swing more. That's basically it. Nelson Cruz, another banger right here. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. Like, there's really no... Castellanos, look at this. There's really no wrong answer in right field. There's so many options in right field. Look at Trey Mancini. You have this card. I don't have it yet. But look at it. Power. Confort Goat. Power. He hits above his power. Like, this card's really good. Jay Bruce, don't have this card yet, but I'm assuming Jay Bruce cards are usually pretty good. I've used him in BR. Yes, I have used him in BR. And so, yeah, Jay Bruce, another great option. Yeah, forget those guys. But, yeah, there's so many good options in right field. You could basically make your whole outfield out of right fielders if you wanted to. You don't care about defense. I mean, you could throw a god squad of right fielders out there. Hell, you could make first baseman right fielder too if you really wanted to, because a lot of the guys do have first base secondary. So you know, knock yourself out. You could have 4 right fielders, and there would be nothing wrong with picking 4 of these guys out of here and using them in your lineup. So that's the video for the day. I hope I helped you out by making your lineups in this Gold Glovers event. I'm actually enjoying it. Like I said, I've only played the 4 games so far. We're 4-0. We'll be picking up more on the stream tomorrow because I really want to finish and get the Markakis card so I don't have to buy it and throw it in my collections. Neither of the cards in this event are very good. I don't think anybody's going to use them unless you have like an all-time team you want to throw them on. Outside of that, they're not going to be used. They're basically going to be for collections. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope I can help newer players out with some of this information. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it, especially on a Sunday. Just hit the subscriber Sunday. Let's go. If you have any comments or questions about the event or anything in general, MLB The Show, throw it in the comments section below. I respond to everybody, even if it's, you know, negative. I'll give you some love back in return. Don't you worry. I hope you have an amazing Sunday. I'm going to be spending the day with Mrs. Buck. We're going to be playing some Rust. And, yeah, and then we're going to watch the Cardinals-Cubs tonight on Sunday Night Baseball. So it sounds like a great Sunday. She's making a big old Sunday meal, ham and all the trimmings. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I hope you have a tremendous Sunday. Until next time, you can catch me right here. Same Buck time, same Buck channel.